to go back, I'd do it all again. Just in terms of what the mind is capable of, what the body is capable of. When I treat other athletes, I think those experiences have really, I think I've grown as a person and as a clinician. From my experiences in MMA, also possibly allowing me to understand the sport from a different perspective, which I'm now in a different role, and it's given me quite a good understanding of what the sport needs. The testing that we're wanting to do is a baseline testing, so we want to see what does their brain look like now, and then what we would do is then compare it later on in their careers. If we were a bit worried this guy's memories are not great, he's not sleeping, he's coming back with some issues, not recovering as well, then we've got something to compare it to, which is much more accurate than just sort of taking a random snapshot of the brain. So we're trying to establish baselines, and then also regular monitoring, proper thorough medical, so that a medical before you fight and after you fight isn't just listen to your chest, to your blood pressure, and good luck. That it's a proper neurological examination, so that we are picking up more subtle stuff.
Heavy sparring continues to be a contentious issue in combat sports, with many believing that the brutal nature of intensely competitive sessions that many gyms have as a staple part of their fight camp preparations contributes significantly to head injuries, and that reducing sparring sessions or even eliminating them could well reduce the impact of the long-term effects on the brain.
I think that sparring, it prepared me for anything. When I got in the cage, I had my jaw broken in the first round of my last fight. I fought 4 rounds with a broken jaw. I don't know that I would have been prepared for that if I hadn't been in this heavy sparring at CIT. So as an athlete, great. As a doctor, no, it's not good for your brain. It's terrible for your brain. It's repetitive concussions. We'd spar, we'd get knocks where we should actually have been, for all intents and purposes, declared concussed and not trained for a while, and we go back and carry on sparring. So and that was one of the hardest things for me, was sitting with those neuropsychologists and explaining that. I think ours could be possibly one of the leaders there, because what we've done is focus a lot more on sort of neuropsychology and functional concussion testing, things like that, versus America, where it's almost like a tick box not to be sued. So it's various fancy scans, eye tests, all kinds of things, and we've tried to go the bare minimum there with fancy investigations, but actually go on sort of clinical, real functional stuff. And I think that, I really think it's quite cutting edge. When I look at what's out there, we really could be up there with the best, if not leading.